Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are not new, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to create a pop-up message in DaVinci Resolve. So first thing first, I'm going to start on my edit page on DaVinci Resolve. So on the media pool, we are going to right click around this area and we are going to create new fusion composition. So we are going to give it a name and we are going to hit create. So the new fusion composition is going to be in our media pool. So I'm going to drag this down to our timeline and edit page. And in order to get this graphic going, we are going to use Fusion. That's why I use Fusion Composition. So click the Fusion Composition and head to Fusion page. So this is where we are going to create the graphic that we need, and let's drag this over here. Also, let's get our background node because that's what we are going to be working with. Now, the first step is to hit a rectangular node to give it a shape, to give it a rectangular shape to the background. Okay, so now we have the shape of the background. By the way, let me put this in our viewer. Okay, so we have our default color, which is black. So we are going to look for the iMessage color. For example, the iPhone iMessage, we want to use a color. So we are going to go online and search for the color code. All right, so I'm going to go online and the color code is right here. This is the color code for iPhone iMessage. So I'm going to copy this code and I'm going to head back to DaVinci and I'm going to select the background. I'm going to go to the color on the right side and I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, Control V to paste, or you could right click and paste. So I got my right color. So I'm going to hit OK. Now I got the color that I want. Also, I got a rectangular shape. As we all know, the iPhone has circular corner. Okay, so we are going to make the corners a little bit circular. So we are going to make it all the way and we are going to reduce the height. Okay, let's say this is okay. Now we got the shape of the text message. That's how the text message graphic usually looks like. As you know, at the corner, we have like a triangle shape. So we are going to try to add that triangle corner at the right side. So we are going to create another background, but we already have one with that color, so I do not want to do that again. So what we can do is to copy this background. So we hit copy and we go outside the empty area and we are going to paste instant. Well, we are pasting instant because let's say I want to go back and change the color. If you change the color of this background, the instant background is also going to change. So at this point, we are going to connect the instant background to the background and we are going to connect the polygon to the instant background because the polygon is used to make any kind of shape. I'm going to give polygon a click to connect to instant background. Let's zoom in here a little bit so we could see what we are doing. Okay, so I'm going to start my first point here, my second point about here, my third point here, and I'm going to close this. So now you can adjust this a little bit to how you like. Okay, so I think this is okay. We can't really see the triangle blue because I have not connected this. So let me connect this to the output. So let's begin to work with the output media. Okay, so as you can see that on the output and that's how it looks like. Let me adjust the background a little bit. Okay, just gonna adjust this a little bit. Okay, I think that's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna start working with the right side now. Let me still adjust it just a little bit more. Okay, now I think that's much better now. That's looking like a iPhone message. Okay, so our next step is to add the text. So I'm going to add the text node, drag down the text node, and I'm going to merge it to our workflow, and I'm simply going to add the text. We are going to go to the text box and I'm going to put a sentence here. So let's say, hey, where are you? By the way, tell me you don't get that text message all the time. I feel like that's a common text message. All right. Hey, where are you? Okay. So we are going to resize this because it's too big. All right. So let's make it fit. Okay. I'm going to use this font right here. All right. So let's make it fit like we want it. Let me center this a little bit. Okay. So I think that's fine right now. All right, so that's fine. So, hey, basically we have created a pop-up text message. So our graphic is looking nice. Our lettering is looking nice, but we all know we need animation. So let's use some animation and make this look even better. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is to add transform node. Okay, so let's look for transform. So select the merge and hit transform, and it's going to add it at the right side. So remember how the workflow goes. Everything here is going through this. So any animation you do here is going to affect everything on this side. So that's we have added our transform node. Secondly, we are also going to select our rectangular node. So now our rectangular node is added to this, and we are going to expand this rectangular node right here. Select the rectangular node and expand it. And I'm going to reduce this. I'm also going to make the edges soft. Edges are just a little bit soft. As you can see, as the text goes down, that's a little soft. All right, so let's increase the softness a little bit. Okay, let's see how this goes when it goes down. Okay, let's say that's how you want it. Okay, so let's get to animating. We are going to animate this right now. Let's make this a single viewer. The way we're going to animate it is at the beginning, it's going to be down over here and it's going to pop right up at maybe, let's say at 10 seconds or maybe 12. Let's make it 12 or in between 10 and 15. So I'm going to select transform because transform is going to control everything. Okay, so I'm going to bring this down at this point. Okay, hit the animation. Take your time indicator to where you want it to pop right up. So I'm going to put it right here in between 10 and 15. I'm going to go to transform and I'm going to bring it back up. I'll bring it back up right here. Okay. So let's play it and see how that looks like. So when we play it, this is how it looks like. Okay. So let's say you want to put a picture and you want it to be circular. We can also do that. So let me do that right now. So I have a picture. Okay. So I have this owl right here. So I'm going to bring it down here, drag and drop. That's the method I'm using. Okay. So now we have an owl. Our owl, if you like, you can rename this to owl. Let me do that right now. Okay, so you're gonna have to remember how the work flows. We want to connect this behind our animation that we did on transform and our rectangular shape. So we are going to merge this picture right here. So as you can see, the owl picture covered our media out. So what we want to do now is to give this an eclipse mask. We are going to drag the eclipse mask and we are going to connect this to the merge. Okay, so that way it's going to appear on our mask. All right. So by the way, if you want to decrease the size by height and width, we could do that at the corner. Okay, like the top corner, not that you cannot reduce it right here because that will reduce the height. You cannot reduce it right here because that will reduce the width. So we want to reduce it at this corner right here. So that way both the height and the width is going to be reduced at the same time. Okay, so that way you get a perfect circle. Okay, let's say you want to put it right here, and also let's say you want to make it even smaller, and let's say you want to make it closer. Let's make it closer. Let's make it even smaller. I think this is the right size. Okay, so as you can see, you cannot see the eyes of the owl, and I want the eyes, the two eyes, to be at the center. All right, so what we're going to do is select the owl, and we are going to select transform, and we're simply going to reduce the size. Okay, you could do it right here, or you could do it at the screen. So I'm going to do it here first, and I'm going to bring this down here. I could see one eye, but I want two of them. So I'm going to reduce it from here. Okay. Okay, it's looking better. It's looking better. It's looking better. There you go. Doesn't that picture correspond with the sentence? Tell me that isn't so. Okay, so now if I play this, both the owl and the graphic pops right up. But this isn't as smooth as I would like. We are simply going to go to spline and make sure we select everything here. Okay, and zoom to fit. Okay, make sure you select that. So now we're going to select everything here, and we are going to hit S. So that way you can smooth your animation. Also, if you want to mess around with the ease in and ease out, you can also hit T. So that way you could extend your ease in and ease out the way you like. Okay, so now if I play this, and this is how it comes out, it's much better. Okay, so let me do one more animation with the text. I want it to have like the right on animation. So as it comes in, let's say from this point to maybe about 20. Let's do that right now. Okay, so the most important thing in animation is your starting point and your ending point. So our starting point is going to be right here. So at the beginning, we are going to bring this down to nothingness. Start our animation by clicking this diamond. Now bring this time indicator to, let's say, at this point. Then we are going to resume our right on to fullness. Okay, now we have our right on as well. So we have two animation going on at the same time. We also want to make that right on a little smoother as well. So let's go to the spline, and we are going to select the right on, the text. Okay, so now we have the text selected. Zoom to fit. Select everything. Like we always do, hit smooth. And if you want to mess with the ease in, ease out, hit a T and you could play with that. Okay, so let's play this and see how it looks like. So if we play this now, okay, so that's looking nice. Okay, so let's go to our edit page and see how that looks like. So let's play from our edit page. And that's how that looks like. So basically, that's how to create a text message pop-up. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. By subscribing, you will never miss out on our latest content, tutorial, and tips. We greatly appreciate your support, and it motivates us to keep creating valuable videos for you. So go ahead, hit that like button and click the subscribe button to join our community. Thank you for your support.